In 2014, I quit my job as a CPA in Italy and I moved to the United States to improve my English. This is how my entrepreneurial journey started, and since then, I've been focusing on growing myself to grow my business. In this podcast, I just want to create a collection of all the lessons that I learned through my mistakes and the success that came from the wins, going through all the stories, the fun facts, and the anecdotes that I've been experiencing through this journey. My name is Cristina, and let's start collecting picture memories. Today, I want to share a story that I shared with my employees last week during our company meeting. The reason why I share this with them is because I really want them not to do the same mistake that I did. And this is the story. Last October, one of my employees left the company because she is a Japanese native, and she decided to move back to Japan for good because her parents were old and she needed to spend time with her parents. Like, it's fine. Like, whatever reason was, it was fine. She stayed with us for about 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2 years. And I don't know how familiar you are with the Japanese culture, but it's nothing like Italian culture or American culture. It's completely different. The work ethic is incredible. There is a dedication and a commitment to the company and to the boss that is there doesn't have any equal. It's very unique. And the way they work is very efficient, is very with a dedication and passion for what they do, that it's admirable. I loved it so much. And the person who worked with us completely changed the way we organized our inventory in our basement where we have all of our kind of warehouse. She organized the shelves where we stock our products, measuring the boxes of every single product, calculating how much space we needed for each box and how many boxes we could store for each product. She put the labels for every single product. There's a system for everything and is organized down to perfection. We struggled for years to count our inventory and keeping updated with, there's a lot of movements of products for us between the kitchen, the back, it's hard, but she came up with a system to make it work, and it was almost perfect. We needed to work on tweak some things, but in 2 years, she completely revolutionized the way we handle inventory, and it was amazing. It was a kind of person that you were wondering, what the hell is she doing all day long? I don't know, because there's not that much to do, and then she left. And then we have to take over what she was doing, and you realize what she was doing. She was like the little drop that little by little, slow and steady, she keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and improving little by little every single day. She completely changed everything. But daily you're like, what the hell is she doing? Why I'm sharing this? Because actually what happened is after a year that she was working with us, she decided to go to Japan for 3 weeks, 2 weeks to visit her parents because it was 3 years that she couldn't see them. And when she came back, she was a completely different person. We didn't know what happened. We were like, okay, maybe she's aging. Maybe she's tired. Maybe when she went back there, she started to speak Japanese again and she forgot English. I don't know. We couldn't make it up. It was like, what happened to her? What happened to her? What happened to her? And we were like, oh my God, she's not the same. All is very slow. Up to the point where in August last year, we had a flood in our store, in our kitchen, and most of the inventory got damaged, and she needed to handle that with my business manager, my kitchen manager, while I was away. I was in Italy. And of course, she was trying to handle it in the Japanese way, down to perfection, dealing with insurance, everything has to be precise. We need to save everything. We need to count everything. And we were trying to save as much as we can. And then we need to get back to operation in a blink of an eye because we couldn't stop. And she was slowing everything down, questioning everything. It was a mess. We couldn't function with her. When I came back from Italy, my business manager goes like, we can't work with her anymore. You need to do something because it's impossible to keep going. And I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. And we were having a plan to change her role, to diminish what her tasks were. Like, we were trying to face the situation. And one day she just came to my office and said, I need to talk to you. And she explained to me that she needed to move back to Japan and that it was time for her to go, that she postponed this decision for many months. For what I understood, I think that her parents asked her to move back when she went to the first trip to Japan. And she said no, because she wanted to stay here working with me. She goes like, I love it so much that I can't leave. I want to stay here because I need to help you and I don't want to go back. So she kept saying no, until a point where she had to say yes. And she left in October. We threw a party for her. Like, we had a lot of fun in the kitchen. We were making fresh pasta. Everybody was very happy and we were sorry that she was leaving, but it is what it is. So I had to take over like the management of the inventory with the help of other people, but I was like overlooking and overseeing everything. Especially during the holiday season in December, I had to really, I was really hands-on of the inventory and I could see what she did. And it was impressive and amazing. And I'm like, how are we going to do without her? Because we don't have this mindset. We don't have these skills of precision and organization. Like, I'm never going to have the chance to work with another Japanese in my life. It was the chance of my life to learn everything from her. And I feel I wasted. And the thing is, I wasted in a sense that I didn't take the opportunity to learn more from her, learn more of her work ethic, asking more questions, getting to know her culture more, and getting to know how she thinks so I can apply the way she thinks and try to work in the same way when I need it. But also because I've been working with my business coach for 3 years now, and we've been working in creating a management system. And the backbone of the management system is having one-on-one meetings with the employees monthly. So you can discuss with them what's going on in their life, what their goals are, how I can help them in anything that I can be helpful to them. So while they help me to achieve my goals as a business owner, as a person, I can help them achieving theirs. And the occasion I lost, I feel that I wasted with her, is that I never took the chance to sit down with her and ask her, what's going on? Why has your performance changed so much since the day you started? Because you were incredibly perfect and precise and fast. She was able to run the store and the shipping and the inventory for 2 weeks when me and myself and my business manager were away at the same time. She was impressive. And if I only took the chance to sit down with her and ask her what was going on, maybe she was still here. It's not a regret. It's a lesson, because I also believe that everything happens for a reason and things go the way they're supposed to go. But I want to remember it for the next time. I want to take the time to ask people questions, to sit down and learn about them, like ask what's going on in their life, what is in their way to be their best self at work. But there's always a reason. If you have a lot of problems in your life, you can't show up at work and pretend that nothing is happening. Like you can pretend, but it many times doesn't work. So I think that at some point our level of frustration was so high with her that she didn't feel that there was enough reason for her to stay with us. And at that point, the pressure of her parents say, come back. She goes like, you know what? There's no reason for me to stay. I'll say yes. And I hope I'll remember this for the future. I hope the lesson is learned. You never know what people think. You never know what's going on in people's life. You don't know how they're handling the struggle unless you ask. during the holiday season, I needed to buy a new washer and dryer for the store. And before, like with the old one we had, everybody was washing everything, the aprons, the tablecloths, everything that needed to be washed for the kitchen. And then comes the new one. Nobody washes anything anymore. So I walk by and I'm like, I throw laundry in and I take it out. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are my employees so lazy that nobody washes anything anymore? Now, this wash and dryer is easier than the other one to use. And it's just for us. We don't share with anyone, so we can wash whenever we want. Like, why the hell is nobody washing and I'm the only one washing? So I get frustrated for a couple of weeks until one day I'm throwing in laundry, very frustrated, and one of my employees sees me and she goes like, Christina, I wanted to wash things, but I don't know how the new machine works. And I pause and I'm like, I don't have lazy employees. They just don't know how that works. And I didn't get a chance to I didn't take the time to explain to them. I just took for granted that it was easier so they could figure it out. But they were so worried about damaging our stuff, like tablecloths and something, that they prefer not to wash it, not to ruin it, than try. And I'm like, there's a level of care about the business that is incredible. And nobody's lazy. They just don't want to bother asking the question. But another example of, I thought something, but this is not what they were thinking. The thought in their mind was completely different. So what I really think all the time now is I need to ask what they are thinking. I need to learn what they are thinking. Even when there's something that is not working properly in the business and you're like, I need to change the procedure. I need to change this. I need to make sure that before you do anything, you need to ask them, what are you thinking? What is your thought behind it? Because until you don't figure out how they think, even the best process or procedure is not going to work, because they need to think the way you need them to think. And you need to ask what they are thinking first. So this is the lesson. Don't waste the opportunity to learn about people, because you never know what's going on in people's mind. And you might miss a huge opportunity in your life to learn something, to learn a new skill and to get better and to become a better person. Don't forget to ask. If you like this podcast and the topics I'm talking about and you want to know more about what I do, you can follow me more on our social media accounts. You can follow us on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on Facebook under the Healthy Italia account. I'm not very active on social media on my personal account, so you won't find that much. But you can see me on the Healthy Italia account. So it will be wonderful to meet you there. And if you find that what I'm talking about it could be helpful for anybody, you're more than welcome to share the podcast with your friends or whoever you think might benefit from it. Thank you so much. It means the world to me.